This book is not just a book, it is the key to your golden future. Read it today and become a good speaker so that you can go further. Mark Twain says that the only way to get rid of the fear of public speaking is to speak in front of people. If you have ever felt that your heart is beating fast just by standing in front of a crowd and you are sweating in your palms, then you are not alone. Do you know that public speaking is one of the most common fears in the world? According to a study by the National Institute of Mental Health, about 75% of people are afraid of public speaking. Do you know that the fear of public speaking, which is also called glossophobia, has been found in studies that people are more afraid of public speaking than of death? This is an interesting thing that highlights how deeply this fear can impact us. But do you know what is more interesting than this? There are countless stories of such people who bravely faced this fear and won. Many famous and successful people have also been afraid of public speaking at some point in their lives. For example, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Oprah Winfrey all admitted that they were afraid of public speaking before they were successful. Friends, public speaking is such a word that scares most of us. How to talk to people, how to go on stage and talk confidently, how to record a good video for social media, how to talk in an uninterrupted interview, how to talk to your boss for appraisal, how to propose for marriage. It is very important to be an expert in public speaking for all things. Remember that person whose way of speaking you like very much. His public speaking is amazing, and you also want to talk to millions of people like that person. Want to have a positive impact on them. If all this is going on in your mind, then this summary can change your life. Today we are going to talk about the art of public speaking, which is written by the best-selling author Dale Carnegie. To understand this book well, we have discussed it in 12 chapters. So let's do it one by one and understand everyone in detail. Chapter 1. Speaking in public in front of people is such a way through which you can say what is in your heart to other people. In the past, when people could not meet, they used to write and convey their words to others. First of all, this method came to Egypt about 450 years ago, when people used to write to each other and tell their stories. But over time, people learned the language, and then learned to convey their words to others by using that language. This process is called conversation. Public speaking is different from this. When you talk to a person, it is called conversation. When you say something in front of many people, it is called public speaking. When you are in conversation with someone, you can say what is in your mind, and there is no need for planning, and you can also use your daily common words. In public speaking, you have to plan in advance what to say and how to say it. Here, you have to use formal language instead of common words. While speaking in public, there are some things that we should keep in mind. You have to understand your audience's argument and their feedback. We cannot do this by telling our stories and not listening to any of the audience. In this case, the audience will lose interest in your speech. For this, keep taking time-to-time feedback from your audience. Emotionally connect with the audience and keep your words with facts. Whatever message you want to convey through your speech, convey it clearly to the audience. Lesson 2. Ethics and public speaking. The goal of public speaking is to get the desired response from the listener, but not at any cost. That is, if the listener likes what you say, only then will they clap for you. You cannot force them to clap. Public speaking is like a power. So many responsibilities are associated with it. As a public speaker, it is your duty to tell people the right things. But some people misuse it and take advantage of their skill in the greed of money or something else. Giving people wrong knowledge, they manipulate people with their words and make them agree to their purpose. The ethics of public speaking says that if you do not know anything, or if you do not have any special knowledge about a subject, then do not tell others. Learn first, then tell others, and never lie. Lesson 3. Listening. When you hear the word listening for the first time, what comes to your mind? You may think that it means listening, but no. Listening and hearing are two different words. Listening means listening to anything, understanding it, and then giving your reaction to it. On the other hand, the other word hearing means only listening to something and giving a reaction to what comes to your mind. The meaning of these two words is different. When you are talking to someone and listening to them, then you will call it hearing, where you are talking about yourself and also listening to the other person. When you do public speaking, or when you sit in front of a public speaker as an audience, then you do listening, meaning you keep every little word, every little thing in your mind, try to understand it, and then give your reaction. To become a good speaker, first of all, become a good listener. Research has shown that only 50% of what we hear, we can remember. This is because we often want to keep our speech before listening, because of which our mind moves in two directions and cannot focus 100% on any one thing. Therefore, to become a good public speaker, it is very important to understand what your audience says well. Therefore, whenever your audience says something to you, you have to stay quiet so that you can understand them well and not just keep talking and not understand them. Or if you are going as an audience, then listen to your public speaker first. Then say what you have to say so that you both can understand each other well. Chapter 4. The first way to give a speech. For a public speaker, his first speech is very critical. When you are going to give your first speech, you are going to become a public speaker from the audience, and you have no experience at all. Therefore, here Oanthar has told some ways that you should adopt for your first speech. Talking to the audience. Talk to your audience because if you start with your topic as soon as you leave, then no one will enjoy it and no one will take interest in your speech. Talking to the audience for the first 2 to 3 minutes and asking them about their well-being and asking them the purpose of coming here, they will like your behavior and they will want to listen and understand your words carefully. 2. Focus on the topic. After talking to your audience, focus fully on the topic and slowly tell people about your topic. But tell the audience as much as necessary. If your topic is related to science and you have told people about deep science, then people will not take interest in your words, and their interest will end from your speech at the same time. 3. Keep people connected to your words. Use formal words in your speech. Do not use heavy words so that everyone can understand it and the audience stays connected to you. Organize your speech. Plan your speech completely. It is important to plan so that it is clear about which thing will have a good impact on the audience and in which thing. Start with the introduction, and then go to the main body of your topic. Try to cover every important part of your topic in the main body, and then try to cover the conclusion advantages at the end. Complete it by telling the disadvantages. In this way, your speech will be completely organized, and people will enjoy listening to it. Chapter 5. Choosing a topic. While selecting a topic for your speech, either you should know that topic well or that topic should be new for everyone. For example, if you know very well about electric cars, from making them to putting them in the market to buying them, you know everything, then you can tell the public about it very well. Or for example, the cryptocurrency topic is new for many people and everyone wants to know about this topic, then find out the details about it, understand it, and tell the public. They will want to listen to it because it is a very new topic and everyone wants to know about it. If you do not know much about a topic and the audience is a little experienced, then you just cover its overview. This will keep the balance. Chapter 6. Analyzing the audience. Before giving a speech, you will have to understand who your audience is and what they want. If there are people in your audience who are not happy with married life and want to enjoy a happy married life, then by talking about the reasons for this, its influence, and how to fix it, they will feel connected with you. If possible, share your personal experience related to this with them. To find out the interest of your audience, first talk to them. Ask them where they are from. What is the purpose of coming here? By talking a little like this, you will find out what kind of mentality they have and what they really want to hear. Chapter 7. Support your ideas and speech. Along with preparing your speech, by using some supporting things, you build trust and people can understand the meaning of things well. Supporting material means everything that makes the speech even better. For example, your topic is electric cars. Now, many people will know about it, but if you take a picture of an electric car or make a presentation related to it on your laptop so that people can understand it better, they will take more interest in your speech and understand things better. Along with this, during the speech, keep asking your audience some questions, answer them, or ask someone from the audience to answer. Use physical examples. Now talk to your audience and find out what their response is. Are they taking a positive approach to speech or a negative approach? If their response is good, then call some of them on stage and ask them to do a small task related to their speech. This makes the audience feel good and they can relate well to the speaker. Tell a story or incident. Let's take an example for this. Suppose your topic is related to Indian culture. You can share an old story to explain it or tell a story related to it, which will arouse the audience's interest in listening more. Use numerical data. With data, we can understand things in a few moments and build trust. Therefore, along with telling your speech verbally, keep showing data for support. Just by listening verbally, people remember that thing for a short time, whereas with data, we can understand things more clearly than graphs or diagrams. Use motivational quotes. By adding some motivational quotes in speech from time to time, the audience remains motivated and starts paying attention to the speaker's words again without getting bored. Chapter 8. Organize the body of speech. At this point, you will know how to organize your speech well so that people can understand your speech from start to finish. If you say anything in your speech, no one will be able to understand you. Therefore, it is very important to organize your speech. Now, here are some points through which you can organize your speech. 1. Start with a light conversation and introduction. While starting your speech, talk to your audience first and find out how they are feeling and how they think about the topic of the speech. After that, tell them the smallest part of your topic and what should come first. While telling, we also have to ask some questions to the audience so that they get interested in the topic from the beginning. Keep in mind not to go too deep in the beginning, just talk a little and make a connection by interacting with the audience. 2. Follow a special order. After giving a brief introduction to your speech, now you have to come to the main body of your speech where you have to go deep into your topic. For this, follow a special order method. This order means following a sequence and telling the facts. For example, you are doing something good, so talk about its goodness in the future, then about its shortcomings, and then about how to fix those shortcomings. 3. Keep the main points separate. The important points in the speech and the basis on which the entire speech will be prepared have to be kept separate, and your examples have to be kept separate. If you combine the two together, the audience will not be able to understand what is important and what is not, who should they pay more attention to, and who should they pay less attention to. Therefore, keep your important points separate from the other examples. By doing this, you will be able to effectively keep your point. Chapter 9. The beginning and end of the speech. Although you have understood so far that we have to start our speech with a light introduction. Now, some additional methods have been told here which make the beginning and ending of the speech useful in making it attractive. So for this, apply these methods. 1. Connect the topic with the audience. For this, please give them a little introduction about your topic, then ask them some questions. After getting the answer, ask other questions from the audience by saying some things related to their talk so that they understand what today's topic is about. It is about to happen, and the audience should be mentally prepared for it. For this, please give them a little introduction about your topic. Then ask them some questions. After getting the answer, say some things related to their talk, and ask other questions from the audience so that they understand what today's topic is about and the audience gets mentally prepared for it. 2. Tell the story. We like to hear stories since childhood. What we learn from a story goes directly to our subconscious mind. So after giving an introduction and saying a motivated line, tell the audience an incident or story related to speech. Use audio equipment or visual aids. Now, after telling the story to our audience, we have come to the main body of our speech, where we are telling about our speech. During this time, instead of just explaining your speech, show photos or videos related to it. 4. Surprise your speech. Now you have finished more than half of your speech, and now you have to move towards the ending. So now you start reducing your speech slowly and start asking more questions from the audience so that they understand that your speech is about to end and can answer you accordingly. By doing this, you can make the end of your speech enjoyable. 5. Finish with a quotation and good luck. After finishing your speech, you have to give a motivated quotation again so that people feel motivated even while leaving and wish them good luck so that they take a good image in their mind for you and are ready to come back to your speech next time. Chapter 10. Speech Outlining. So far, we have seen how to speak in front of the audience. Now you are going to know when you are writing a speech for yourself, what all things have to be taken care of, and how we can write a speech so that there is no mistake in it, and it becomes an exciting speech. To write a good speech, some points have been given here. Outline of preparation. When a speaker speaks on the stage, it is not written like this on just one paper. Everything is written about it, like when to say which line, what is the introduction, what is the main body, and what is the ending, when, which thing to give as an example, when to ask which question from the audience, and where to speak again. This process is called preparation outline. Now let's see how you can do outline preparation. 1. Be clear about the specific purpose of your speech. For this, you have to keep in mind what to give in the most important points of your speech, that is, in the main body. Or you can understand it in another way, that what should be the title of your speech. What is our speech going to be on? We have to write that. For example, if the speech is on a country, then first of all you have to write the name of that country and take out all the resources you have online. This is the first part of our step, where we have to decide what will be the title of the speech and what topic the speech will be on. 2. Recognize the introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, after deciding the title of your speech, you have to see which part to put in the introduction of the speech, which part to put in the body, and which part to put while finishing the speech. Because if they do not decide well what to say when and when, then our entire speech can go back and forth and the audience will not understand anything. To keep the audience interested, everything has to be said at the right time so that they can understand it. Use symbols. Keep a flow in the entire speech. It should not be that you are saying something else first and then start saying something else, because of which our speech is wrong and the audience leaves interest. For this, you have to keep in mind that if you are coming to tell the goodness of something, then we still have to tell the goodness of it. If there is something wrong about it, then first we have to complete the goodness, and then we have to say something wrong about it so that the audience can understand that there was goodness before and now it is wrong. If you mix both of them together, they will not understand at all what you are trying to say, and they will stop being interested. Chapter 11. Use the language smartly. The language you use in speech should be clear and connected to the audience. The meaning of the language here is in which tone you are speaking. Keep in mind that your speech may not seem wrong to the other person, or whatever you want to say is written correctly, but you are not able to speak well. During your entire speech, speak very comfortably. Now, speaking comfortably does not mean speaking slowly. There may be something in the topic that you do not like, but you can say something negative while speaking against it, because of which some people may get angry with you. So you have to say what you have written or what is the fact, If someone can be hurt by realistic things, then keep your words like this so that the audience does not feel bad and also understand the meaning of the word. Chapter 12. Delivery. Delivering the message to the people. So far, you have understood how to write your speech, what things should be important in speech, which language to use, and how to keep your audience connected. That is, what to say continuously so that our audience also takes interest in the speech. Now let's see the most important thing while speaking speech is to deliver the message to the audience. That is, the way of saying or telling anything. Think for yourself. Have you ever seen that they are saying something in a lazy way? Whatever they say, they speak with enthusiasm and full consciousness. This increases their influence and confidence. To convey your words, adopt these methods. 1. Your attire. Personal appearance. That is, how does any person come in front of you? Think about it. If you are going on stage wearing only shorts and t-shirts for speech, will the person in front of you take you seriously, or will he believe you? No, because you did not appear in front of him in the way he wanted. That is, whenever we think about a public speaker, a decent person wearing a suit comes to our mind. So you should always go for your speech as the same decent person or at least wear formal clothes. 2. The gestures. During the speech, the movement of the hands and shoulders of the speaker. The first thing is, right now, to focus on the second skill. Take care of your body. Pause and the action of your hands. The third most important aspect of public speaking is maintaining eye contact. Where you look during a speech significantly impacts the audience's engagement. Avoid looking at walls, ceiling fans, or other public speakers, as it indicates nervousness and a lack of confidence. If you fail to maintain eye contact, the audience may not trust your words or find your speech engaging. Always look into the eyes of your audience while speaking. This demonstrates confidence and strengthens the connection with them. Conclusion. In this summary, you have learned the art of public speaking, which helps you confidently convey your message to others. Now, let's review the key lessons to ensure you remember them easily. Prepare your speech with the audience in mind. Always consider the interests of your audience while preparing your speech. Take their feedback from time to time. Be a good listener, first. To be a great speaker, you must first be a good listener. Engage your audience effectively. 3. Use simple and conversational language. Avoid complex words and use everyday conversational language. Plan your speech properly. Planning ensures clarity on what should be said first to create a strong impact and what should follow. Choose a familiar or unique topic. Select a topic you are well versed in or something new that interests everyone. Use supporting materials. Examples, stories, data, and motivational quotes help build trust and make it easier for the audience to understand your speech. Start with a light conversation and introduction. Connect the topic with your audience. Use a famous line or quotation in your introduction. A powerful opening can motivate the audience and spark interest in your speech. Be clear about the purpose of your speech. Label the introduction, body, and conclusion clearly so that the audience understands the structure of your speech. 10. Use symbols to explain your points effectively. Visual elements or metaphors make communication stronger. 11. Be mindful of physical appearance and gestures. Use appropriate body language and maintain eye contact to enhance audience engagement. Book review, The Art of Public Speaking. The Art of Public Speaking by Dale Carnegie is a timeless masterpiece on effective communication. Drawing from years of experience, Carnegie provides valuable insights for aspiring orators. The book covers essential topics such as confidence building, audience engagement, and persuasion, making it a must-read for anyone looking to improve their public speaking skills. It emphasizes the importance of preparation, practice, and empathy. While the writing style may feel a bit outdated, the principles remain highly relevant in today's world of presentations and speeches. Final thoughts. These were the key takeaways from The Art of Public Speaking, which can help you refine your speaking skills. We hope you found this video helpful in improving your public speaking abilities. If you want more book summaries like this, don't forget to subscribe to Book Digest. In our next video, we will discuss another fascinating book that will inspire you even more. Until then, keep reading, keep learning, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.